What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you've been watching my vlogs for a while, you've probably noticed there's never all that much food in my fridge. Today, I'm finally going to explain why. It's because grocery shopping in New York City is, without question, the biggest pain in the ass about living here. I know people always say rent is expensive or apartments are tiny. Grocery shopping is the thing that I dread most. Let's start by taking a look at everything I bought yesterday on my way back from the gym. I bought all of these items at a Food Town, which if you're not from New York City, Food Town is a regional grocery chain. There's about 70 of them in total. So as you can see here, I got 2 avocados, 3 apples, a can of coffee, bag of spinach, bag of carrots, container of strawberries, smoothie up there that I already drank. Chicken thighs I bought, but had to throw out because the smell was just horrendous when I opened the bag. I got this milk and lemonade as well yesterday. If you had to guess how much for all of these items. All right, you got your answer locked in? So I paid $52.91 for all of this. I know inflation has been a problem, but to me just seems ridiculous, especially because I had to throw out the chicken thighs. So this begs an obvious question. Why not shop somewhere cheaper? Which I do. Trader Joe's being my go-to. Trader Joe's is more affordable for a few key reasons. The first being it's mostly private label products, meaning that Trader Joe's mostly sells its own brands. So they avoid the marketing and middlemen costs of selling national brands. They operate relatively small stores with limited selection, which keeps operating costs very low compared to traditional supermarkets. And lastly, their prices aren't exactly fixed between all of their stores, but they keep them very consistent. So when you live in a higher cost area, the groceries seem even cheaper than they would be, say, if I was buying these in Wichita, Kansas. So now you might be thinking to yourself, great, problem solved. Just shop at Trader Joe's, it's cheaper. It's not quite that simple. Okay, so I've got my map of New York City pulled up here on this blue dot. First, let's take a look at the Food Town that I went to yesterday. So I'll type in Food Town, plug that in, and would you look at that? A 9-minute walk. Not too bad, super convenient. Let's compare that to Trader Joe's. So I'll go ahead and type in Trader Joe's here. And as you can see right off the bat, I'm in a little bit of a Trader Joe's no man's land. The closest one is this one right here in Williamsburg, which let's go ahead and see how far. 25 minutes. 25 minutes by train, not horrible, but the bigger issue is I have to go from Marcy Ave here to Trader Joe's by foot, and that's well over 10 blocks of walking that I frankly don't want to do with a bunch of groceries in my hands. So let's take a look at another one. Here we've got the one next to Delancey Street, Essex Street. It's only about 3 blocks of walking from the station. That's much better. This is the one that I usually go to. 32 minutes by train, not great. And another bummer, the Kosciuszko Street stop right now is construction, so we have to go from Central Ave. On the bright side, it's a beautiful day here. It's 87 right now with a high of 93. Great for the frozen gnocchi we're about to buy. Some of you might be thinking, why not just use a grocery delivery system? The biggest reason is I like to pick out my produce and meats. I don't want to have somebody else pick those out for me. Another reason is you usually have to schedule a delivery window. Same day delivery is not always guaranteed. And I don't have a doorman at my apartment, so if that gets delivered and I'm not there, definitely risk it getting stolen. There's our train! There she blows. Mission complete. When I get back, we'll break down how much all of this cost and then compare it to what Food Town cost me yesterday. Quick hack I learned too. You want to put all your liquids in a backpack. That way you're not carrying them by hand. And you want to put all the frozen stuff in your paper bag, because if it's up against your back, all that body heat combined with the New York City heat, your frozen stuff's gonna melt. I am sweating. Very fortunate that the J train was running in my direction on the way home. There's that construction that's going on. All right, so I'm back with the groceries. Real quick, let's just see how much all of this weighed. I'm at my scale. First I'll weigh myself. I weigh 169.3 pounds. Now I'm gonna put my backpack on and hold these groceries that I have in the paper bag. So we're up to 202.6 pounds. I don't know about you, but carrying an extra 32, 33 pounds is not an insignificant amount of weight. Couple that with the fact that it's 90 degrees out and humid, you get a little bit sweaty. Another limitation of grocery shopping here, you can only walk out with what you can carry with your bare hands. I've seen some people use the collapsible shopping carts, but again, most subway stations don't have elevators, so when you get to the stairs with those, you're kind of screwed unless you want to take all the bags out one by one, carry them up the stairs, and then put them back in the carriage. Another quick point I want to cover. When you're out in the wild of New York City and one of these paper bags breaks on you, you cannot scoop up the groceries with your hands and place them in your car that's 20 feet away because you don't own a car here. Meanwhile, your groceries are rolling all over the place on the subway, and yes, this has happened to me. People will try to help you, but even if they pick up the groceries and give them back to you, you have nowhere to put them. Let's run through what I got here. Starting out, I got a 6-pack of TP, 2 russet potatoes, seasoned lamb shoulder rack, frozen gnocchi, 2 packs of granola bars, 1, 2, 3, 4 protein shakes, a frozen veggie medley, 2 cans of chicken noodle soup, a pack of chicken thighs, frozen orange chicken, 3 bananas, a 6-pack of beer, big bag of rice, and a spatchcock lemon rosemary chicken. And all of that came out to, drum roll please, $92.55. So for less than double the price, I think I got way more. Today's video, obviously I had a lot of gripes about living here and kind of showed why getting groceries is probably the biggest pain point. But I think as every New Yorker knows, it's things like that that we put up with in order to live in the best city in the world. At the end of the day, I could complain about all sorts of things that are wrong here, but you put up with them because the pros far outweigh the cons. New York City's a dope place to live. And things like this, they just build character. So as always, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.